Hello, we're back again. It's Daddy and Jacob here, and I just wanted to get a quick reaction from Jacob to Alex de la Iglesia's movie, The Last Circus, because I've made two videos about Alex de la Iglesia. I've reviewed his new movie, The Bar, which is a rave review. You'll love it. And then I had another video talking about the other 7 films of his I've seen. And my son Jacob had only previously seen 2 of his films. He had previously seen The Village of the Witches, which is on Netflix under the horrible title Witchin' and Bitchin'.
Yeah, no.
Terrible title. Is that a terrible title for that movie?
It is.
That is so unfair. That is so unfair.
It makes it sound a lot different.
It makes it sound like it was produced by National Lampoon, for God's sake. Or the guys behind Super Troopers.
Yeah.
It sounds like a joke. Okay, so Jacob had seen Witchin' and Bitchin', which I'm going to call The Village of the Witches for the sake of its dignity. And he had seen Perfect Crime, which I used to think was called Perfect Crime, which is the one about the guy trying to hide a body in a fashionable department store. And then he gets helped by the woman, remember?
I really don't remember this movie.
No, this is a movie where the guy's a gigolo and he's slept with all the women in the store, remember? And then
I really don't remember this movie.
He accidentally kills a guy, and he has to, and the ugly woman from the store helps him cover it up.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
Maybe did we watch that without you?
You watched it without me.
Uh-oh. So this is only the second Alex de la Iglesia movie you've seen. So, reaction.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say if this is, seeing as to how I've only seen the Witchin' and Bitchin' movie, I would have to say that this is definitely a whole lot more serious than that movie ever pretended to be.
Although that movie has scary stuff in it.
Well, I guess.
It was kind of a horror comedy.
I guess you could call some of those things that happen to be scary.
Jake is very hard to scare.
I would say that this is a much more serious movie. I wouldn't say it takes itself serious as in that it's realistic.
No.
Because I mean, there's like literally like in the first 10 minutes there's a guy who's just like charging into like a bunch of military guys. He just has a machete. He's like cutting through people.
Right. Which is not so unusual. You forgot to tell them it's not a guy. It's a clown.
Yeah, it's a clown. Right?
It's a clown
in a dress
who's taking part in a battle.
Yeah, because he basically just got like drafted immediately
on the spot.
Yeah, on the spot.
Yeah, and they don't have enough guns to go around.
Yeah.
But that's a very serious scene.
It's a very serious scene, but it's not it's not a realistic scene. Like it's not trying to be a really realistic movie.
There's a lot of things in this movie that border on surrealism, especially like when he walks into the movie theater at the end and he's talking to the screen.
Yeah, and
things
the
like
screen's
that.
Talking back
the screen
to
talks
him.
back to him. He sees visions of his father sometimes talking to him. It can be a very surrealistic movie at times. But it deals with some very serious subjects. It deals with fascism and dictatorship, even though it's basically just a crime thriller. But I would say parts of it are intense enough you'd almost have to call it a horror thriller. Yeah. Would you call it a horror thriller or a crime thriller?
I would say it's a horror thriller. I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
it's a tough choice.
I wouldn't consider any of the things that I wouldn't consider most of the things to happen to be terrifying unless you have a pre-existing fear of clowns, I guess.
Yeah. But this isn't a movie that tries to make you afraid of clowns.
It doesn't try to make you afraid of clowns.
No, and it doesn't try to exploit that at all.
Yeah,
really.
It's more of just trying to just say that these people are crazy.
Yeah, and only just moderately more crazy than the rest of the circus people, but there's like an invisible line there that both the clowns have crossed.
Yeah.
I guess the best overview is to say that it's about a blood rivalry, this feud between 2 clowns. Yeah. One of them's a happy clown, and one's a sad clown, so you know that they're going to have to fight to the death.
And the one thing that I gotta say for this movie is like, first of all, I had no idea where it was going.
No idea.
There's a part where the guy ends up in the woods naked, and I wouldn't have guessed that would have happened for the life of me.
How about when they're using him as a hunting dog?
Yeah, where they're using him as a hunting dog.
He becomes literally a dog to one of these dictator's top guys, and he's being used as a hunting dog.
Yeah, and he bit the
bit the dictator on the hand. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But everything about this movie is crazy. And by the way, I saw that lead actor's butt way too many times in this movie, but that doesn't put me off. It's not a butt you want to see. He's kind of a pudgy, roly-poly guy. And he flees a hospital wearing a hospital gown that has no back. And he's in that hospital gown with no back or naked way too much.
Yeah.
But don't let that deter you. It's still a great movie. What would you... Would you say, so you wouldn't say it's scary, though? I guess I wouldn't say it's scary, but it's extremely intense.
I would say it's intense. I would say at some moments it's just kind of disturbing.
Nerve-wracking parts. I mean, there are parts where there's a lot of suspense, like when he walks into the restaurant to shoot it up with the machine gun, and there's little kids and stuff in there.
Yeah, no, that's...
Very suspenseful. But definitely a very strange movie. This is my favorite Alex de la Iglesia movie, except so many of them are crowded so close together that it's hard for me to pick a favorite.
Yeah.
But I would definitely give it 5 out of 5 stars.
I think I would also give it a 5 out of 5 stars. It's really interesting. I would say it's enjoyable. I would say it's pretty darn enjoyable.
It keeps you riveted to the screen.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
It's hard to look away.
Yeah, you don't feel the need to like check your phone or anything like that.
No, you're not getting bored.
Yeah.
And it just jumps from one thing right to the next thing. And to me, one of the most mind-blowing scenes in any of his movies is when the clown first walks into the theater and you see that clown singer, the sad clown Raphael, who I know nothing about.
Yeah, it's definitely from a different. That's clearly from a different popular movie in Spain.
Well, Raphael is clearly a real person.
Yeah.
And they put this clip in there that is amazing of him singing a song about a sad trumpet. And it's a very, I would say, would you say it's disturbing?
I would say it's one of those songs
it's eerie.
where it's like, yeah. I mean, I'm sure that it's supposed to, like, once again, this is definitely a clip from a different movie that is popular in Spain, that other people in Spain definitely know about.
Clearly a famous person in Spain. Raphael's single is on the jukebox when he walks into a place, I mean, for example.
Yeah. It's one of those things I actually kind of want to look up later.
I do want to look up. I might actually need to see a few of those movies that Raphael was in.
But
because his song is very eerie and borderline disturbing and yet also just mostly sad. It just like is eerily sad.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a very good movie.
It's an amazing performance and sequence. Yeah. And when you have the crazy clown standing there staring up at the screen at the famous sad clown, I mean, it's an amazing sequence.
Something.
Yeah, 5 out of 5 for 2 people. With a huge age gap here between us. So let's leave it at that and turn off this video. We'll see you again soon. Oop, where's the button?